.exe file, and next, your Qlikview is ready, and which is installed and ready to be used. Okay, so once it is installed, you can always get it from the program window. Okay, start menu rather, and once it opens, you get this home page wherein you have all your recently opened documents, if you have any, or else it will be blank. So we'll first try creating a new window, new Qlikview document. Okay, when you click on this new, it will open a data source, a wizard, okay, which will have a couple of steps, which has couple of steps, right, to be created. So whenever, if you know you have couple of documents already been available with you, like the source files, like the Excel files or the text files, wherein you can have them as your data sources, you can always follow this wizard. It will help you a lot. But if you're not having any kind of a data source and if you're not sure how this to work with this wizard, not a problem, you can always skip this. Still we can open our Qlikview document. Okay, so once we open this, anyhow we have everything blank, nothing available in your Qlikview dashboard now, right? Everything absolutely is blank now. First we'll save this. So where exactly we are going to save this now? So we'll have this as a December training class, right? So November, December. Okay, fine. So we'll save this. Okay, whenever you are trying to save this file, you see the type of the file, the Qlikview file which is getting saved is in the QEW format, a Qlikview file, right? So this is a file extension of the Qlikview, which is getting saved as and when you save your Qlikview file or the dashboard sheet. Okay. So we'll just make a note of things, whatever we are like discussing at times, so that we can keep track of if we have discussed them or not. Okay, it's a QEW file, it's which we call as a Qlikview file, which holds all the graphs, charts, and the data in it. Okay. Okay, the different types of file we have, like anyhow we'll talk about them. Okay, so we'll just make a note of them. This is a Qlikview data file, which is a Qlikview optimized file. So what exactly this Qlikview optimized file is, like, if you have data, like you are in a development environment and you are connecting to a data source which has around 1 million records or 10 lakh records, for example, and you are connecting to your data source, you're pulling it from the data source into Qlikview. What happens is, it might take, depending on the network speed and the RAM consumption, RAM availability, so many other factors, it can take up to like 15 minutes to 30 minutes at times. So you can't wait, just load the data into Qlikview. You can't wait every time half an hour to get the data loaded. So what Qlikview does is, you can always have that option of storing that 1 lakh records in a Qlikview optimized file, which is a QED file. We'll see that how we can create those QED files. These files are very important because the fastness it loads the data into Qlikview is 10 to 100 times faster than the normal load. Right? So it maximum takes up to what exactly it was taking from the other data source, Excel or else an RDBMS data source. It's like around 15 to 30 minutes. But the same data coming out of this Qlikview optimized file will take hardly less than a minute. See the difference in the optimization of this file. So the faster data transfer between the data source. So QED files, right? So not only this, we have many other things in Qlikview. As and when we go in the due course of the session, we'll start identifying them, we'll start discussing them, we'll cover each and every topic. Okay. So apart from this, the heart of Qlikview, wherein how you load the data from external data sources, right? That is nothing but the edit script or the script editor. if you see here, there are a couple of ways you can navigate to your script editor. In the file, you see something like edit script. Okay, this is a script editor where you load the or you create the mappings between the, or you create the load statements of the external data source to be pulled in into the Qlikview data model. Okay, so if you have like if you're connecting to RDBMS, okay, and you have one table which has around 100 columns, and you don't want all your 100 columns to be pulled into your data model, Qlikview data model. You want only like 40 or 50 odd columns to be pulled in. You can do only those. It's like it gives you the flexibility to pull only those many records how many you require in the data model, because in a real-time scenario what will happen is an employee database, right, that is shared across all the departments in an organization, an employee table, right, and you are preparing a data model or else Qlikview data model or Qlikview dashboard only for a small department, right, and you don't want all the columns coming out of this employee table. You want only few. You can do that. So the script editor is a edit script, or we call it as a script editor, which is the heart of the Qlikview, wherein you do the perform this ETL, okay, extract the data, transform the data how you require, and you load the data into the Qlikview. So this is, it performs a ETL operation here. Okay, so this what exactly is, this can be achieved, this can be opened using the shortcut Control E, or else you have this small button here on the toolbar, edit script. There are multiple ways in Qlikview. You can always like depend on the shortcuts, or if you know good at keyboard skills, you can always type in Control E, or else with one click of a mouse, edit script, click on this, it always opens the same window. Okay, once you open this, you see some set statements. We are going to discuss them about as well. They have been given by default by the Qlikview. Okay, so we have seen about the script editor. So what I have done now is I have loaded my data from various data sources. I have loaded my data. Now the thing is like how exactly that is being loaded into Qlikview, and I want to see the data model, right? What are the tables I have loaded as of now into Qlikview? I have to see them, right? So that is nothing but the table viewer we have. Okay, now you see here again into the file menu, you have this table viewer here. The shortcut for this is Control T, and you see this small icon on the left panel here. These are all available on the toolbar, right? You see edit script was available here, right? And you see here table viewer is available here. So any shortcut available on the toolbar will be shown here on the left panel as well, right? So I can have multiple options to get into the table viewer. So I don't have any data model as such now, because as and when we'll try loading the tables into the Qlikview, we'll get the tables here. Okay, let's just look at other data model which we have created, which I am currently using. Okay, this is the dashboard which I am currently using for the existing class. So we had tried many of the other charts, and we are trying to achieve many things, not only in the charts or graph section as well as in the scripting part as well. See, I'll open this edit viewer window, edit script editor. You can see so many tables we have loaded, and we are performing different types of joins, and we were using the concatenate state functions. We are using the drop functions. So this is how we can play around in the scripting part. Okay, and we are talking about the table viewer. See, this was one data model which we have created in our earlier sessions for other batch. So this is how our data model. Once we load all the tables coming out of different data sources, this is how a data model is created. A star schema basically. We'll see what are the different types of schemas Qlikview supports. data warehousing schemas, probably the star schema, snowflake schema, and the street table. Okay. So this is a data model, a star schema, basically a fact table in the middle, surrounded by different multiple dimension tables around it. Okay. I'm just going to close this. Okay, so we have saved our file with the name as December training, right? In the .qvw format, which is the default format of which the Qlikview saves its files. So we have seen the table viewer, which gives the data model view, right? There are many other things in the table viewer also. We'll again get into the depth of it as when we get into the next sessions. Okay, once you have defined everything in your table in the script editor, right? All the scripts you have given to load data from different data sources. You want to reload it. See here, reload button. Is Qlikview file same as Qlikview document? Yes, it's the same file. We can call anything Qlikview document or Qlikview file or QEW, all means the same here. Okay. So you have this small button, reload button. So when you have all your scripts in place to be loaded into Qlikview, which are connected to multiple data sources, so you can click on reload, and it will, whatever, like if you have data coming from 3 different data sources like RDBMS, a text file and an Excel file, and an MS Access database as well. So Qlikview connects to all these 4 at the same time and pulls the data from all these 4. Okay, with just click of this one button, reload. It's not like you have to connect to again that different data source and pull the data, connect to a different data source, second data source, third, fourth. If you have 100 data sources, it's not a possible task to connect to each and every data source and get the data as and when required. Okay, so Qlikview is an associated data model. Click on one click, it gets connected to all different data sources available, pulls out data at one time. Okay, fine. So how we can do that? You can see here, reload, partial reload, these are other options. So the shortcut is Control R, and you can see this particular icon is again placed on the toolbar, reload. So we have this reload option as well. Okay, Control R. Okay, so we have seen about couple of shortcuts, right? The script editor, which mainly is the heart of the Qlikview, and the table viewer, wherein you can see the data model view of this table, right? And the reload, to reload the data from different data sources. Okay, so this is how we define the reload at one click. Okay, so there are many other basics, okay, which we have to see. These are the things to be like made note of before starting off the Qlikview, because these are the main things. Okay, so once we discuss them at the beginning of the course, so we need not again like discuss them again at times whenever we forget to discuss them in the beginning. So it will give us always a clear picture, as in when we talk about a script editor, we need not get like confused, like what exactly the script editor is, table viewer is, or something like that. It's always better to discuss now than later. And okay, we were talking about the script editor here. There are other options as well, other settings as well available in Qlikview. At the user level settings we'll discuss them. We have a whole new class, the whole one class session only on discussing the settings of it, settings of all the Qlikview options. Okay, user preferences, we have different types of user preference settings. We'll discuss them again. We have document properties. Okay, document is nothing but whatever charts or graphs we are going to create in this QEW file here, and we call this as a document, total document. Okay, and individual sheets which we are going to create them in the due course are the sheets. So we have properties at the total QVW or the document level, or we have properties only at the sheet level as well. And we have other different types of variables and expressions which we will be covering in our scripting sessions. Okay, when we get into the scripting part of it, first we'll complete our creating of the data model. Okay, steps which we are going to follow are first creating the data model. We will have different data sources. Okay, we'll discuss about the data sources as well. What are the different types of data sources we are going to use in Qlikview. Okay, from different data sources. Okay, once you create the data model, we'll identify the KPIs. What are the KPIs which we are going to create our charts and graphs on? Identify the KPIs and create charts and graphs. Right, this is what we are going to do. Then once we are done with creating all the charts and graphs, we are getting into the scripting part, wherein we'll see about different types of functions, joins, and if you guys have knowledge on the SQL part, if you know about the basic functions or like joins and different types of date and time functions, it would be very great. Or else no worries, if you don't have much of knowledge on those things, we are anyway going to cover when we get into the scripting part. Okay, and the last one, we look at the security part of it. It's a very small part, it's not that difficult in Qlikview, security part. So all in all, creating the data model and identifying the different data sources, what types of best schema, data warehousing schema Qlikview supports, this will all take around I would say 5 classes. Okay, and creating the charts or graphs is a major activity, right? So it will take around 10 classes, and security part will easily take around 6 to 7 classes easily if everything goes on time and as expected. And the security part will take 1 class. Okay, so all in all, we have 15 plus 7, 22 and 23. So the total session will be divided into 25 classes. So this is how the breakup of all the classes is. Okay, so this is what exactly we are going to achieve in our upcoming classes. So we have just created prototype of what we are going to do it. Okay, say this. Just have the same name, December training. Okay, so we were looking at a couple of things, right? And for those of you have installed Qlikview and downloaded installed Qlikview and don't have any data in Qlikview, okay, so it's really waste if you don't have any data. You can't proceed any further. So what, for that purpose, what Qlikview has done is it has given a sample data which has been embedded with the software itself. You can just click on Control QQ. Now you see there is sample data created. Okay, sample script created here for you to like just start on with Qlikview and start creating some charts or graphs. Okay, so this is done. I'll click on save. As and when you load data or else you create these scripts, it's always a better practice to click on save so as not to like lose your changes whenever the system crashes or whatever happens. And click on reload. Remember what we are talking about? Reload. Now you see, when we clicked on reload, these 3 tables have loaded into Qlikview data model. Okay, and it took almost not more than 1 second, probably less than a second. See, it has pulled in 26 lines, 191 lines, and 2000 lines. Around 2000 lines, it has 2000 rows of data as it has pulled in, because it has provided, Qlikview has provided this 2000 rows of data. Just going to close it. These are all the columns. We'll just have a look of the script, what it has created. We'll move this. We'll move this into the set statement here. Rename. We'll rename this tab. Tabs is just like segregating your tables coming out of different data sources. It has nothing to do with while understanding the table names or from the data sources. Okay, it's just for user flexibility over here. See, I can rename my tab as sample data now here. So which Qlikview has provided to me. Okay, so it is loading 3 tables basically: a characters table, an ASCII table, and a transactions table, right? So characters table is loading how many? See, it is loading 2 columns, and it is loading some default columns, alpha and a number, and here also it is loading couple of columns. As in when you see a comma here, one column it is separating between different columns here, and the column names as with using the as keyword, as we use in database. Rename the column names using the as keyword is the same as in Qlikview as well. Okay, so it has loaded now how many tables? Like 3 or 4 tables it has loaded. Let's see, we have reloaded it, right? Let's save it again, click on reload in case if it did not reload. So it gives us all the column names from all the tables. Okay, you can see these are the 3 tables which have been loaded. You can see your fields or the columns available as per your table names as well. Okay, cancel. So now let's quickly look at our table viewer. See, now it has created a small data model which has some data in it, right? So this is how we can have the use of this sample data provided by Qlikview. Quickly make a note of it. So as not to, sample data is always control plus, believe me, some of the tips which we are going to discuss during the due course, shortcuts and whatever it is, probably they are not even mentioned anywhere. So no one will give you an idea of what the sample script is and where exactly how to get that script out of the Qlikview. So this is something which we get out of the experience. Okay, and I'm sharing most of the shortcuts, okay, with you guys, so as like you need not get worried if you don't have any sample data and you can't proceed for creating your charts and graphs in Qlikview. Okay, so I'll just say this. So this is about the sample data. Okay, and there are many other shortcuts as well available here as well. Table view, partial reload. You can import or export Qlikview images or document layouts. We can do that. We'll see them. And mainly saving of the document. You can open a URL. If you want to open a qlikview.com website or something else, you can easily open it from here. You need not get into a browser, open Mozilla Firefox or Google Chrome or Internet Explorer. You can open it from here itself. Just do that. Open URL. I just type in www.google.com. Let's see. I can open Google. It acts as a web browser as well. So you need not worry about Qlikview. It is like flexible in many ways. There are more and more options which even like many people don't know at all, because those are like can be explored only when you like dig deep into Qlikview, try each and every option, click on it, see if something goes wrong also, no worries, you can always have the backup of the files, so you can just play around, then explore new option. See, many people don't know about this. Open the URL. If you have something coming out of the FTP server, you can open that data from FTP server. Click on open, and if you have all your QEW files in your present on your server, you can open that server. Click on open in server, connect to the server. Whatever the Qlikview file you want, you can pull it from there. We are not going to deal with the server here in our sessions. The only reason is we are using a personal edition, which is absolutely free of cost, given by Qlikview. No trial period, nothing as such, on the qlikview.com website. So once you load or download your personal edition, there are a couple of limitations to the personal edition when compared to the licensed versions. The thing is, the QEW files which you are creating on your local, right? If you share across with any other, it will not work in their personal edition, because they are strictly restricted to your personal edition. Cannot be shared across. And don't worry, we are going to provide you a Qlikview, okay, with the dashboard which we have looked earlier, right? After creating the charts or graphs, no worries, I'm going to provide you one dashboard, the QEW file, which you can like always refer to when you are creating the dashboard. If you have any doubts, probably you can open that QEW. That QEW which I'm going to provide is not something created on my personal edition, because if I provide that to you, it will not open in your. So I have created one QEW on the server itself, okay, which can be opened in any edition, licensed or a free edition or whatever it is. Okay, so what is that we are going to provide? Anyhow, we have seen that in the last class. It is here only. Okay, I'm going to provide the sample data, not what Qlikview is providing. I'm going to provide the sample data, which exactly I'm using it in our data model in the glucose. Okay, whatever all the files, Excel files or the text files, whatever files we are using, I'll provide you all the sample data so that you can go ahead and create the charts or graphs exactly how we are creating in the class. Okay, so we are going to provide you with the sample data. Takeaway of in this class are sample data, right, and the designer guide which I'm going to give you, and the reference guide as well. As in when you get stuck at some point of time anywhere in Qlikview, you can refer the reference guide. Okay, and one best part about Qlikview, the help. I'm in the script editor now, and I need some help here. I don't know what is going on here, and I need help on a couple of functions. So help is always present in any tool. The only difference between the help of this tool and the other tools is little bit unique in this tool. What exactly it does is, wherever you are, I am on the script editor page, right, and I want help on the script editor. I click on help. See, it gives me help regarding the edit script dialog. Only the script editor which we are looking at, right? And I'll now navigate to table viewer. See, table viewer, we are talking about going here or file, right? Something like Control T. These are options. Okay, it is also available here. Many shortcuts, right? So when I click on help here, it's not going to take me to the first page of the help document. It is going to take me exactly to the topic where I am exactly located on the Qlikview dashboard. So I am in the table viewer. I clicked on help. It will give us all the information about the table viewer. So it's very cool about this help here in Qlikview. So you need not search between where exactly you want to go in the help and find whatever you want. You just open that window where you want that information and click on help. It will take you exactly to the location where you are and what you want. Okay, so fine. So we have loaded a sample data using the control QQ statement shortcut. Okay, so first thing, before getting into the client, we'll just start small chart or a graph, okay, with the sample data what we have, right? So how we are going to do that? We have a whole lot of options here. You can create a add sheets or delete sheets. These are standard things. Okay, new, open, refresh, save something, print, and this is the script editor, and this is the reloading of the script in that script editor. Anytime click on this, the data will be reloaded. Okay, undo, redo, okay, search, current selections. Okay, we'll see these things again. And here we have different types of charts or graphs, whichever is available in Qlikview are all present here in the toolbar. So before getting into that, we'll select the fields first. I'll select all, add all fields, apply, okay. So we'll select all. See, you have alignment options here. I push everything top and I create space horizontally, right? Fine. Now you see all our columns, whichever we have used or whichever have been given by Qlikview, has some data in it, and all our table columns are available here. Okay, once you get this, there's a color coding which we have discussed in the demo as well. The associated data, the selected data, and the unassociated data. Okay, let's see by selecting A here. You see A is associated with this ASCII alpha column, and it has a similar value here, and there is ASCII number 65 for A, right? And the transline ID something which Qlikview has given. So all these associations, like you see, related data are in white, and this A is being used in dimension 1, dimension 2, and dimension 3, somewhat like that, and the values as well. Okay, and all the unassociated data which is not related to A is still visible here. You can see here 1 to 2 to 18. You can even scroll down and see more information here. So this is a unassociated. This is selected A. Associated data is always available in white, and the unassociated data is always grayed out. It's not like any other tool, because the traditional BI tools, when you click on A, only one will come up here, and this one will be hidden. You can't see what are the other values in this particular list box. And if it is available in Qlikview, it's not like you cannot select. You can select at any point of time. Whatever value you want, you can select here in Qlikview. It exactly works the way our mind works. See, it's not like I can't click on 2, 3. I can select 2, 3, 4 now, add up click. And all the related data for 2, 3, 4 will be available here. And all the unassociated data will be grayed out. So I can scroll down, I can click on Z, it will give me 26. See, actually 26 is present somewhere down here, but because of the selection made Z, it has the number 26 assigned. Okay, it comes, all the selections will come up, and all the unassociated data will be in the bottom. Okay, so this is how the data model is, and we have pulled out all the columns or the fields which are having available data in it. It's not like we have to get all the fields onto the dashboard here in the main tab. It's like only the field you require. We thought like, okay, just give it a try, see how exactly Qlikview performs and how exactly it will do the selections based on whatever we want. And if you make the selections, if you want to clear, you can click on this clear icon here. These are the Qlikview fundamentals or the basics. Okay, so you have to keep these in mind at any point of time. Okay, so now we have our tables here. So we'll quickly start creating a small chart. Okay, using this, create a new sheet. I can rename this sheet using the sheet properties. Right click in the general tab. Okay, so I'll create a new sheet object. I'll create a chart here. Okay, bar chart. I have different types of charts in Qlikview, so I'll create a bar chart. I'm not going to give any title. I can give just simply chart here. Next, what is it I want? I want dimension 1 to be used as the dimension. Next, expression, sum of expression 1, paste, just finish. You see, expression 1 probably you can take it as sales, sum of sales across different ABCs. ABC are nothing but the dimension values, which you can term as the customer or year or the product, anything. See, it was so easy for us to create this chart. Dimension is nothing but the whatever the values you are taking, either it can be customer or product dimension or any dimension which gives you information, and the sum of the sales, sum of the expression 1 column, right? So see, a bar chart, we can convert this bar chart into a pie chart or a normal line chart. You need not worry about it. You need not create any kind of another chart there. You can just select the line chart here, apply. You see, this has converted into a line chart. Click on pie, click on apply. See, it has given you a pie chart. So this way you can create charts. Okay, on the fly you can just toggle between them. You have some chart created, you want to change a bar to a line, you just come to this general tab here and select this whatever chart type you want to use. Okay, as of now I will select the bar chart here. Okay, fine, I'll click on apply. Okay, I have the bar, right? I want to see the same bar chart in a line chart with just one click. I need not go to the properties tab, because when you provide this dashboard to the client, you will not give him access to the properties of these charts, because you have created it with great difficulty and you don't want someone to scramble that and push it again onto the server. So while giving accesses, we will remove all the chart properties access to the client. So because if they don't have access now to these properties of this chart, how they can create or else transform this bar into a line? Need not worry about that. What we can do is, you have something kind of in the properties fast type change, bar chart and bar line and a pie chart. Apply. Okay, it exactly looks, the only different looks the same what it was earlier. It's just the difference in the here fast change icon. So whether or not the client is having access to the properties of this, you can always have this one here, fast change. You can see just one click of the button, you can switch between measures. Okay, so this was sum of expression 1, right? So we'll have this expression, the sum of sales, right? Total sales. You can give this name to this particular expression 1. Instead of having it way, we can give it as total sales. So this way we can ad hocly create charts. It took not more than 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, 2 minutes hardly, I think. It's just only understanding of the data model. What are your dimensions in it? What are your fact tables in it? What are your columns in it? How the data is loaded and how the data is visible in the Qlikview, and what are the associations you can perform in the data model. It's all about data model. You need to be very good at data modeling techniques, and you should be very knowing all the columns or the tables which have been used in your data model. Then only you can build a perfectly good dashboard for the client. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll select the field, select dimension 1, apply. Okay. Now I got my dimension 1 here. I want to see data only for dimension 1, A value. Select A. I get only value for A. I select B. I get only value for B. Select C. I get only value for C. You can clear this off. So this is how you can perform filters over here in the dimension. It's not like only you can have only one selection, A, B or C. You can have both selected. It gives you the information of the both selections made in the graph or chart. Okay. You can have 3, because it's only 3 here. I selected 3. If there are more than 3, and if you want only selection of 3, you can perform that as well. So this was all about our sample data and playing around with the sample data. when we go into the select fields, you see this number. Okay, this number column is having a key symbol here, means it is a key column which is associated with all the three tables. If you have seen the data model table viewer, so this number column is present in all the three tables which have been loaded now, and it has a key association performed between these three tables. So one-to-one join it has performed in Qlikview here. So we did not tell Qlikview to perform any join here. Okay, Qlikview identifies the table columns and it will perform the join between those columns, between the tables. Basically, one thing to be taken note of: whenever Qlikview wants to perform a join, it sees for if the two column names are exactly similar. If there is a difference between the if the case sensitivity is there, like if in this particular character table, right, in this characters table I have this num as small num, then this join will not be performed here. So that is a problem. Okay, so it should always be a capital N with the same column name as it is being in the other table. So then only Qlikview will perform a join. If you want, like, we can see that. So in that way, like, you can associate or unassociate a particular table to the fact table or not. Okay, at times. Okay, what we'll see in the characters table. Where is our character table? Okay, this is was loaded as n caps. I'll rename it to small n. I'll save it. I'll reload it. Close it. Cancel it. You see, now this is unassociated with the main table because it was having small, it is having small n here, and it is not identifying this as a key columns. It is not associating it as a one-to-one join. So this is very important in Qlikview. Whenever you are loading data from different data sources, probably not all column names will be same. You have a column name this kind, capital N, in your RDBMS, but when you're loading data from an Excel, you can have data, the column name as this value. So you can always get into the script editor, you can rename the column name, and you can always perform a join between this RDBMS and the Excel file data sources. So it is very easy in Qlikview. So you need not like scratch your head or break your head here at times. So okay, so this is how we are going to like see most of the things. Okay, and this is sample data. You can like download Qlikview from qlikview.com, and you can get the sample data, and you just try creating one small chart or graph for yourself so that you can make yourself comfortable before getting into our new data model. Okay, so from tomorrow onwards, what we are going to do is, okay, so what I'll do is just make, okay, today was our first class, so we'll have today's date here. So we'll start making note of what all things we are making like doing in our class, every class. Okay, and tomorrow's class, what we are going to do. So we'll make a note of what we are going to do in every class and the next class as well. And once we get into tomorrow's class, we'll just have a quick recap of what we have done in our previous class. Okay. Yeah, Qlikview supports unstructured or semi-structured data like XML data. You can always have the flexibility to pull data from Qlikview, XML into Qlikview. And whenever you export the objects available, see if you have, you have these objects, right? Whenever you want to export these objects like a list box or a dimension dropdown, or else a graph or a chart, what are all the objects available in Qlikview, you can export them in an XML format, right? So you see here, export sheet image or document layout. When you export this will be exported in an XML format, and again you can read this. So Qlikview 100% like accepts the XML format type. So don't worry, we'll see about the different types of data sources what Qlikview supports. It's like hardly any data source which Qlikview doesn't support, and if it doesn't support free of cost, at least they are provided with the help of adapters which Qlikview provides for a little bit of a cost. Okay. So in the tomorrow's class, we'll have a intro about our introduction of the client, what this client is all about, and what he wants what he wants from us, and we'll start about the different types of tables he has provided to us in different various data source types. Okay, we'll see a couple of things about the client tomorrow, and we'll identify a couple of KPIs what client wants to achieve in using this particular Qlikview, and if he is able to get the information out of the Qlikview so that he can take his decisions based on the KPIs. Okay, so we'll see about other shortcuts or other functionalities of Qlikview, right? Other shortcuts or other functionalities of this class. Okay, so that's it, guys. This was all about today. Like so tomorrow again same time, every day we'll have class at around 8 AM IST, and we will make note of everything whatever we are doing in each and every class in this notepad, so that not to miss out on any of the things. If you are like having pending of something else like which you are not having in everyday class, we'll make a note of it here so that we can cover it at a later stage. Okay, and yes, the class will be of every day 1 hour, 8 AM to 9 AM IST. So for first 50 minutes will be the class session, and the rest 10 minutes will have the Q&A question and answer session, so that you have any queries on any of the things we have covered so far in the Qlikview classes, I'm ready to like help you guys out on all resolving all your questions there. Okay, so any questions from today's class? I'm just going to unmute you guys, or else you can just type me in so that to avoid the disturbance coming from the end. Certification is something like whatever we do here, like whatever options we select, these are part of the certification actually. It's not like I'm having something separate for certification. All the 25 to 30 classes which we are going to cover, and all the options, different types of charts, graphs, and different various other shortcuts and different other functions which we are going to cover in Qlikview will really help you getting the certification. Readers, I think it started around 8:10 AM IST. So did you miss anything here today? Probably if you think you have missed anything here, I'll cover it. So we're just talking about splitting of our classes. 25 classes we will be having in total. No worries, if it goes to 28, 30 also it's fine, depending on how exactly we are like proceeding in each and every class. This is just an like estimate of it. So okay, different training session. Yeah, if you are like looking for Qlikview training session, this was the Qlikview training session. Any material or book to recommend to understand information discovery?